Super Kick Party, Rude Nation! What is up? This is Tom.
And this is Sherm.
And we are doing a impromptu WrestleSpecial since AEW is premiering as per recording.
It's gonna record. We're gonna post it that day. It's gonna post on Wednesday, the debut edition of AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite.
But I thought it posted on Tuesday.
No, this is the WrestleSpecial, Tom.
Oh,
That's why
right.
it's special. That's why it's special.
Right.
All right.
Right, I'm stupid.
We haven't done one in a while, but we figured because it's a big wrestling week,
right?
Especially with AEW premiering.
Yes, we will talk about the big wrestling week.
Which, technically we have talked about it in the past,
right?
As per recording, as per posting.
But it's even bigger now because
it is even bigger, and now we're in the
thick of it.
It's the hump day of the Wrestle Week.
So,
big time Wrestle Week. AEW, all Elite Wrestling.
Yeah, AEW is a new company.
Yep.
Founded
for the uninitiated.
Yes.
Tommy.
Founded by Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes, essentially, I'll say. Cody Rhodes, who is the son of Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes.
Yep. Okay, we're really going deep.
And brother of Dustin Rhodes,
right.
Also known as Dustin Reynolds, sorry. Yep. Also known as Goldust. And
the artist formerly known as Goldust.
Yes. And the Young Bucks are also involved.
Right. Nick and Matt Jackson. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
As are Kenny Omega is involved, and I believe Adam Page is like...
Yeah, Adam Page, he's like...
I think he's like top... you know, he's something to do with it.
He's up in there. He's up in the mix there.
So
I saw he rides a horse to the ring, right? Does the horse have a name?
Apparently it's called Triple H.
Yeah, it's called Hunter Horse Helmsley.
Yeah.
Here, B. We're outdoors.
Yeah, great. Again, see, you wanted this.
So, all right, so AEW, this ragtag group of wrestling.
Yeah, you know.
Obviously stemming from Cody Rhodes'
WWE run. Well, you know, him leaving WWE,
right.
Then going on to the Independents and New Japan.
Joining the Bullet Club, the Elite, and all that shit.
And so then they were like, all right, you know what? Let's do our own company.
Sure.
Very cool.
Right, because they did the All In, right? That was the first pay-per-view.
They did the All In, which was...
organization. I don't want to say All Elite, but this group of people put up their money... rented the place out, filled it, and had a hell of a show.
Oh, yeah.
And then they did it a couple more times.
Yeah, and, you know, they've done charity shows.
Sure.
And then All Out, which was the recent one in Chicago, sold out.
Was that the first AEW? None of these are AEW branded yet, right?
No, All In was AEW. I think they were all, well, except for Fyter Fest wasn't.
Right, because that was a group.
Yeah. And then you have...
a partnership.
And then there was one other. I'm drawing a blank on the name of that.
Yeah, Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing?
Yeah, it was All In, Double or Nothing, and All Out.
Yes,
right? That was,
okay.
So that's
and All Out, Double or Nothing, and All In were all under the AEW.
Okay, gotcha.
So you also have on commentary...
Okay.
You got Jim Ross.
All right.
And Tony Schiavone.
Okay,
and
cool.
A third...
Not Matt Striker? I'm assuming Matt Striker would have been a part of that.
No.
Okay.
Now, Matt Striker's been wrestling again on the Indies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you got some incredible commentary team. I know, like, in the back, you got, like, I think Dean Malenko,
Arn Anderson,
Billy Gunn.
Yep.
Like, you got some pretty decent talent.
And who know,
the
business and what, the fans would like to see.
Yeah, exactly. So it seems like they're doing this right, and they have a good head about their business. Like, you know, they want to do, like, their pay-per-views were not available. They were available, through the main forms, like through your cable provider, but, they were also available through, like, Twitch, and, through the Ring of Honor Club, or whatever, you know what I mean?
Sure,
They were different avenues, as opposed to this WWE just does their network and terrestrial pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So they seem ahead of the curve with all that stuff.
Yeah. So as of their champion, though, right now, is... the greatest of all time, Chris Jericho.
Young up-and-comer, right?
Yes. Well, no, it makes sense that he's the champion. Because, all right, because at All Out, it was Adam Page versus Chris Jericho.
Sure.
Now, not a lot of people know who Adam Page is.
Correct.
If you didn't follow Ring of Honor, if you didn't follow New Japan...
You don't know who he is.
You don't know who he is. So, putting the belt on Chris Jericho, a very good idea.
Right.
as much as I would have liked to see Adam Page, but I understand the side of business.
Right, I got you.
So then you also
so he's your champion.
Yeah.
That's the only champion they have currently.
That's
correct?
the only champion.
Because I know they have tournaments going on for a tag team championship and a women's championship.
Yes, and the women's championship finals is actually going to be on the premiere of Dynamite.
Okay.
It's Nyla Rose, who's just this, just this beast of a woman, but she's she's good.
Okay.
She just caught some heat on social media.
Oh, really?
Because she's lesbian.
Okay.
So some guy said something horrible about her, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did your, daddy touch you in your no place or something?"
Oh boy. Okay.
So she got some heat for that, so she had to turn around and apologize because everyone's a beautiful, sensitive snowflake now.
Okay, Tom.
Sorry. I get a little heated.
Take it easy, brother.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to show up. Jesus.
And who? He's
versus this Japanese star called Rio.
Okay.
One of the few Japanese stars that WWE hasn't scooped up.
Okay.
So, and then you have, I believe you're gonna have the tag team tournament happening.
Right. That is still currently happening.
Yes,
right?
I believe you have the Lucha Bros versus a boy and his dinosaur.
Right.
Which is Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, Jungle Boy is actually, that's Luke Perry's son.
Right.
Which I think we've said in past
yes.
episodes.
I didn't realize that until I think
I told you.
It. Yeah, because it was one of those things. I was just like, oh, I guess Luke Perry's a wrestling fan, or was. But yeah.
And they have such a great entrance. Like,
do they?
You'll see, you see Luchasaurus standing there, and then you're like, what the hell does he have on his back? And he flips Jungle Boy up on his shoulders.
God, okay.
And they walk down the aisle.
I'd have to check this out.
It's very cool.
Nation. Complete honesty, I have not seen anything AEW.
Okay.
So, Tom, you're pretty much up on the product as of now, correct?
Yeah, and
that's good.
Believe you also have Jericho versus two mystery and two mystery partners versus the Bucks and Kenny Omega, I believe.
Okay. And that's happening.
That's going to be happening on Wednesday.
Okay.
So those are 3 matches that I know of. I mean, because it's going to be a 2-hour show, so unless these matches are going to be going,
right? And as of recording, we don't know really
exactly
the card yet until stuff has come to light.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you have Kenny Omega who's starting to trying to cause that that drama.
Yeah, no, definitely because right before I'd say what 2-3 weeks before AEW hits TNT, NXT has been on USA.
Right.
And he said something along the lines of something you're not going to see on AEW is developmental talent.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you have I can never see Dominic DeJovic.
Oh man, yeah, I know who you're
he's
talking about.
He's a big blonde motherfucker.
Djakovic or something.
Yeah. He's really he moves like a cruiserweight. And Keith Lee this past Wednesday, that match was good.
I've heard, yes.
But again, this. It's just funny, though, that NXT for the past 2 weeks have been an hour, and now they're going to go 2 hours. Because, I mean, let's face it, like I've said, there's not going to be a Wednesday night war because everyone is DVR except for me. So I'll be...
You don't DVR?
No. Got rid of it. No need for it. And you know what? That's fine because the NXT shows...
You got it on the network.
It's going to be showing up on the network, I think, the day after.
I got you.
So, yeah, I mean, it's very exciting time to be a wrestling fan. I am definitely looking forward to AEW just to see where they're going. I believe they already announced their other pay-per-view.
Okay.
I think it's going to be November 9th.
Okay.
Which is it's a Saturday. And that's really cool.
That's refreshing.
The fact that they're doing their pay-per-views on Saturdays.
Right. As long as, because I know UFC pretty much has Saturday pay-per-views also on lock, so I'm assuming that's their biggest competition to at least schedule things in. Because obviously you don't want to double book. I mean, cable companies don't give a shit, but you don't want to, if you're going up against a big time UFC event or boxing or anything really, or even that's why WWE, that's not why WWE went for Sundays, but they were Sunday.
Yeah.
And you never want to kind of that's why they never ran a pay-per-view the same time as a Super Bowl or an award show, a big time award show.
Sure. I mean, going back to the championship, I think that, the The belt is fine for what it is right now.
It's very classic looking.
It is.
just
Like,
big
it's
gold,
huge
gaudy.
and big, which is fine for now.
Right.
But let's see where, you know.
Let's see where it evolves to.
It could progress.
Sure.
Speaking of, like, the championship picture, I really enjoy the fact that you don't see Cody Rhodes with the belt. Like, if he wanted to be, like, you know...
The Triple H of
exactly.
Right,
you don't see the Bucks with...
Sure.
Like, I don't even think the Bucks are involved in this tournament.
I think they are in the tournament.
Well, they were
but they're not in, like, the opening preliminary matches or anything like that.
Right.
They're in it. I just don't think they're...
Yeah.
Because they're obviously a formidable tag team.
Yeah. But then there's the... you know, let's talk about some of the younger guys, like the up-and-comers that are going to be coming.
Sure.
With it. So, you know, you have the Lucha Bros who are going to be in it.
That's what, Pentagon Jr.
Jr. and Ray Phoenix.
Okay.
We already mentioned the the main guys.
Right.
Rio, who this young girl, I think she's like 19 or 20. Very good, very talented. You got this guy named Darby Allin.
Okay, yeah.
He's
a small dude. I know
he's a small dude.
He fought Cody at, I think it was Fyter Fest or something like that.
Yeah.
That was the whatever.
That's
that was their
where
in
he
between
got-
pay-per-view between, I think, Double or Nothing and All Out.
Which I think is where, Sean Spears, also
when Sean
formerly
Spears showed
known
up,
as
yes.
Ty Dillinger, showed up and did the chair shot heard around the world.
Right, yep.
And that's cool because, all right, so you got Sean Spears, whose, manager is...
Right. Tully Blanchard? No.
Yes,
Is
Tully
it Tully
Blanchard. Yes, it is.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
I'm high on Orange Cassidy because we saw...
Well, the best friends are pretty cool.
Well, Orange Cassidy specifically.
Okay, why are you high on him?
Because I remember we went to it was an Evolve show or a Dragon Gate show. I don't remember, but he was in a tag team match with what's the other guy's name? What's the best friend?
Trent Beretta.
Is it Trent Beretta? No.
Or Chuck Taylor.
Chuck Taylor, yes. It was Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy versus the Bravado Brothers, and or the Bravado Boys. I don't remember. They were the champs at the time, and Orange Cassidy is like his gimmick is like, I thought he was like drunk, like that was his gimmick.
It's like Mr. Cool.
But it's almost like he does the barest of minimum in a match, and like literally his hands are in his pockets. He's running the ropes, and he's just kind of like striding instead of running. It was very funny when I saw that, and he seems very committed to the character.
I don't remember that event.
I'm sure you don't remember that for reasons. But,
yeah.
But
is that the one that me and another and our buddy went to where we found the $2 beers?
I don't recall.
Where I called out.
I don't recall. We'll have to decipher when those things occurred. But I'm big on Orange Cassidy. I'm glad he's getting a fair shake.
You know what? Yes, you're right, because he did the at All Out. He came and he helped out the best friends because they were getting beaten down by the Dark Order.
Okay.
And
the Dark Order, which actually used to be the Super Smash Brothers.
Okay, that's who they were. That I see. That's why I thought they were.
Because one of them is like, because they used to be known as Player Uno, Player Dos.
Right.
And then one is now the one is like Evil Uno, and I'm
like,
so I researched it a little bit because I'm not up on the.
Glad you're doing
wrestling.
some sort of research.
Yeah, but that's who they used to be.
And then you have, like he did, like the lights went down and he shows up in the middle of the ring with his like hands in his pocket, and he runs the ropes and does a suicide dive with his hands still in his pocket, like a perfect suicide dive. Which is funny as
you got to check his stuff up on YouTube if you're not familiar. He's just like it's one of those like just like wrestling as a comedic entertainment form, and it works. I think.
Okay.
Excuse me. Any other names, Tommy?
I had one,
Adam
and then
Page,
you.
Obviously, you said you were big on
Who?
Adam Page.
Yep. Adam Page, who I've liked him since his days in Ring of Honor.
Sure.
I had a name, and then you threw me off talking about Orange Cassidy.
Sorry.
No. That's fine. That's what this platform's for.
But I mean,
cutting each other off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you have we said the Dark Order. Jimmy Havoc.
Okay.
Is there? Joey Janela.
Okay.
Is there as well?
I've heard the name.
Which they were involved in a triple threat match at All Out.
Okay.
And it was him. It was Joey Janela, Jimmy Havoc, and Alan Darby, or Darby Allen, I think his name is.
Yeah, Darby.
And
Which was confusing because their thing was called All In. So
yeah.
I was like, is that...
Yeah, exactly. Darby Allen, he goes into the ring and he comes out with a skateboard. I'm like, why the fuck does this guy have a skateboard?
This. Yes, I saw
No, the skateboard has thumbtacks at the bottom, and he does like an alley-oop off onto Joey Janela. So, and from what I've heard, Joey Janela's had some great matches.
Yeah.
Like on the indie scene.
It's a name that I've heard of.
Like he's Party Boy Joey Janela.
Right. Yes.
Another match that's going to be happening on Wednesday is Adam Page versus Pac, which was supposed to happen at All In, because Pac is now with them.
Okay. Pac. Oh,
yeah.
That bastard.
Apparently, him and who the hell did he wrestle at All Out?
I thought he was gonna wrestle Kenny Omega.
He wrestled Kenny Omega because Omega was supposed to wrestle Moxley. Well, Omega was supposed to wrestle Moxley.
Right. Yes. That's right.
Yeah, John Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose, is there, and unfortunately, he had to take some time away because
I think he said he was going to be back for
this.
AEW on TNT.
So I'm wondering if he's going to be challenging
TNT Dynamite. Oh man!
Jesus! Wow. Okay. Little tongue-in-cheek there, Cody.
Yuck!
Cheeky.
I just thought Wednesday Night Dynamite. I was like, it's a good, fun rhyme.
But now it all makes sense.
Oh boy!
Boy! Yeah, you should.
I think we've peaked on that, Tom. I'm not gonna lie. Is there anything else you want to say on AEW? This is obviously an impromptu WrestleSpecial, kind of clean up the cobwebs for some more WrestleSpecials coming up.
Absolutely.
But, anything you want to mention for AEW?
You know what? I think the sky's the limit, and let's see where it goes.
All right. And on that note, Nation, follow us on social medias because we're going to be talking about Tom is our resident Rude Rasslin Expert.
Ooh, I like that.
And just follow him on Twitter, specifically at Tommy_Cash or under the RudeBoyz, RudeBoyz469. And he's going to be talking all things wrestling, presumably about on the debut episode, which is happening the same day this posts. Maybe
should be.
You're going to watch it.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, cool. And he might tweet about it. So if you want to hit him up, Nation, and we'll catch you on the other side.
Bye.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.